Today's episode of the Bill Simmons Podcast on the Ringer Podcast Network is brought to you by ZipRecruiter. In the summer of 2016, Kevin Durant used their powerful engine to figure out where to play, and they told him, go to the Warriors, you're going to win a title. They didn't, but they probably would have. 80% of employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within a day. They're the best at distributing your job to the best boards, identifying the right people, and inviting them to apply. My listeners can try for free at ziprecruiter.com/BS, my initials. Meanwhile, SeatGeek, the best app for buying and selling tickets for sporting events, concerts, baseball starting, basketball playoffs coming, hockey playoffs for $20 off your first SeatGeek purchase on anything. Whatever you want to buy tickets for, you know what to do. Use promo code BS. Download the SeatGeek app or go right to SeatGeek.com. If you missed it, we launched the Recapables Billions podcast on our Recapables feed. Me and Mallory Rubin broke down Billions episode 1, which was emotionally scarring and got very funny. Somehow I was more horrified than Mallory was by one scene in the thing. Listen to that, subscribe to Ringer MLB Show because we brought that back. I might call Jacko and defend the Red Sox because he's been torching them to me on text. So be careful or watch out for that. I torched the Yankees last week. He defended them. We might reverse it. Last but not least, Ringer merchandise. We put an initial 6 T-shirts and a Ringer hoodie and the green Ringer hat that we get more emails about than just about anything. But all you have to do is go to theringer.com/shop, and we'll be putting more and more stuff there as the year goes along. But we have some things there, including an Irrational Confidence Guide T-shirt that is pretty funny. Check that out. Coming up, Tate and I went to San Francisco on Monday night, and we taped a very, very long podcast with the one and only Kevin Durant. Is this the 5th one or the 6th one? 5th one. I guess a couple of them we split into a couple parts. But yeah, this was volume 5. It goes for a long time. We're running part 1 right here. And then part 2 is we go into the mailbag section and some other stuff. But as always, lively. And I had not talked to him since last summer. So there was a lot to cover. It got feisty at times. There are some really funny moments. His business partner, Rich Kleiman, is the other voice you'll be hearing in that. If you remember the first time we did it, we did not give Rich a mic. And he just kept chiming in from 20 feet away as we kept telling him to move closer. Now he actually has a mic, which hopefully he didn't over-abuse. I thought he was pretty good, actually. It's a good one. It's coming up right now. But first, our friends from Pearl Jam. All right, we're taping this in San Francisco, Monday night. Kevin Durant is here. Rich Kleiman is here.
This is episode 5, right?
It's episode 5, volume 5. It's been a while. We haven't done this since.
One of them was a two-parter.
We're taping this right after Markelle Fultz's dramatic return,
PG
which
County.
I was not expecting.
PG County boy. I'm glad he's out there, man.
Year 4, your coach did a lot of talking about how hard it was going to be. Mm-hmm. This is going to be so hard. 4 straight finals. People don't realize how hard this is.
Yeah.
This is a grind.
Yeah.
Do you think, in retrospect, why was there so much talk about how hard it was going to be? It almost seems like you guys had a built-in excuse before the season even started.
Nah, no. Because it's hard to win in the NBA.
I know.
It's hard, and especially when teams load up to beat you, it's hard.
So did you go into the season, do you think, as a team looking back now, like, oh, man,
no,
9 months of this?
I mean, it's natural that when you win a championship, for me and the team and, like, the guys, like, that high of being in the finals.
Yeah.
And being the only team, 2 teams playing that late in June, that high is something that, as a basketball player, like, you just dream of, you know what I'm saying? So when you come back in September, you got training camp, it's like, do we really have to go through this when we just came from,
right?
Being prime time every night, and
plus
the whole world's watching you play basketball.
And they moved the season up.
Yeah. So it's like, that's what we was battling right there. Then we went to China on top of that.
Right. When'd you go to China?
We went 5 days into camp. So I want to say the 23rd, 24th, one of those days. But we went 5-6 days into camp, and it's just like, you know, you're just so high up. Your emotions, adrenaline, everything is pumping in the finals. Everything.
Yeah.
You got anxiety before you go to sleep the night before. You're just nervous. You're anxious, and then you go through 2 months of summer, and then it's like, you know, you back at it. And
what would you do differently about the summer if you could do it over again?
Nothing.
Okay. Rich, what would you do differently?
Nothing. Nothing I do over the summer has any effect on anything. Period.
Yeah, what the hell is he doing? He's not playing ball.
I'm just
Yo, he knows that.
Ask
You
him
don't
what
have
you
to
learned.
Say it, though.
Sorry.
And I did play a little ball in the backyard
played a
of
little-
your crib. I took Bryce's money for
Played a little ball, yeah. I had set a court up.
He talked about how he posted up Donnie Abrams that time.
Yeah, but that got shot down quick.
The biggest thing that's changed with you guys is this whole Silicon Valley investment that's become like a narrative. All of a sudden you're in these business magazines.
A narrative?
Yeah, it's a narrative.
Or a fact?
Well, both.
Okay. Because narratives sometimes aren't facts.
Yeah, it's just kind of like our life.
Yeah.
I know.
What do you mean?
Well, we've done 5 podcasts together, and we never really talked about that stuff.
Oh, yeah. It was there.
You never told me. You never steered me the right way.
It's about Kevin. And he was talking about basketball.
It's about basketball, because if I didn't play ball, nobody would want to deal with me, right?
If he's not playing basketball, we can't do none of this.
Can't do
Silicon
none
Valley
of it.
stuff.
So
Did you get more opportunities after the finals, or were they there all along?
They were there all along. I mean, once I came out here, you know, we sat down with some people and hung out, and they kind of seen.
You know what you said to me, though?
What?
You remember what you said to me in the locker room right after the finals?
What?
Be like, I did my shit now.
Oh yeah. I told him I did my job
You
now.
you better
now.
step your shit
Now
up
you
now,
gotta-
too.
Yeah.
I had a good year, though.
You had a way better year than I had.
Well, you mean this year?
Yeah.
Oh, well, different.
Well, you stepped.
I'm just saying I did what you asked me to do this
Yeah,
year.
yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Well, more than I actually
Yeah.
did.
So in the locker room, like
Right.
20 minutes after, he's like, now you got to step your shit up, motherfucker. I was like, damn. I'm just trying to really enjoy it.
Yeah, but no, I was
trying to enjoy this moment
He's still
with you,
hyped for
man.
the
Fuck
competition.
that. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it's about, man. Shit.
It
Yeah.
seems like this decade has become. I was just talking about this with someone in a podcast. With the players, the distance between the players and the fan is now zero. The
What do you
players
mean?
can go right to the fan.
Oh,
You can
yeah,
write an
yeah,
essay.
no middleman.
There's no middleman at all,
Yeah,
which we've
yeah.
discussed. But then also like this, it's this whole generation now of the players using whatever their salary and their platform and other connections to now create these little mini businesses, which I guess started with Jordan.
Yeah.
And then went through with Kobe and LeBron,
Yeah, yeah.
and now it's like your
that-
generation
yeah.
now is like all knee deep into it.
Yeah, but you got to handle your business first before you really handle your business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can't come into the league expecting to grow your brand if you ain't did shit
Yeah,
on the
done
basketball
nothing, yeah.
court. You got to hoop first.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We spent like what before we really start getting into this? How long we spent?
Well, you, for the first 7 years of your career, then us, the last like 4 together before the 2 that we focused on building this enterprise, this family office.
Once I made it to the finals, and we made it to the finals as a team, it was like, and we won game 3, and you know we going back home. We lost game 4, going back home. I'm like, all right, now this is kind of real. You know what I'm saying? Like we can kind of leverage this to, you know, kind of build what we want to build. But I had to hoop first.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wasn't coming into the league thinking about my brand, thinking about anything but just playing ball. You know
How
what I'm
much of now, it's almost been 2 years, going to Golden State was because of this business stuff you're doing now?
saying? None of it. Everything.
So you didn't see any of
No.
that coming?
No, everything evolves around the game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Obviously I got other dreams and goals, and I think about stuff other than basketball, but we talk about this all the time. Like, it wouldn't happen if I didn't bounce a basketball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know who I am and what I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm true to the game because that's just what I do. I was born to play the game. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to act like I'm just this other guy and forget about me playing at the highest stage and being on TV for playing my game, I'm not going to just ignore that and say, I was born to be creative and create this and create that. Without the game, none of this stuff will happen.
Yeah. It's not like if I bring him an opportunity or I bring him a deal or I want to have a conversation about a show that we sold or something, and he says to me, "No, I'm focused on basketball." It's not like I can stop him and be like, "No, we got to focus on this show right now."
He knows.
Yeah.
We're not partners in that way, right? No. Because everything starts with basketball. Then every opportunity from then on comes from that. There's a scene in Fade to Black in Jay-Z's movie where his manager at the time comes in and he's got like a notebook of all these things he wants to talk to him about. And you see Jay's in the studio, like in his zone, and he like goes to the engineer to turn the music down. So he wanted to go through, and Jay looked at him. He's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I turn the music down and talk about work." And he was like, "You can't turn the music down." He's like, "If you turn the music down, there's nothing to talk about. There's nothing without the music." And it's like that's our same mentality. As soon as I don't even bring anything up when I know he's in that zone. Yeah. I don't even engage him in it. But I know when the time is right, and we have a lot going on too. So it really is about juggling when. I have the spots to bring it up and really focus on our business because I want him involved in everything.
Yeah. How do you decide which projects, like, is there a limit of things you want to get involved with? Because I found, like, in the past, like, the danger sometimes is when a lot of stuff's getting thrown at you. You almost want to do everything. You're just like, oh, shit, I can do this, I can do that.
See, the thing is now, I don't want to be on the red carpet. I don't want to do commercials. I don't want to... I don't want to be popular. I don't want to be famous. You know what I'm saying? We doing stuff that's like authentic and cool to us. You know what I'm saying? We might invest in tech, but that's not really a commitment. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. A deep commitment where I got to do 5 or 6 hours on a video shoot or a set or stuff like that. We come together and we just do cool stuff. And I'm like, nah, Rich, I don't really want to do that. And we'll collab and talk about it and. He'll convince me that I should do it. You know what I mean? It's like stuff like we both agree. You know what I'm saying? We collab on a lot of stuff. It's not like he's telling me to do something or I'm telling him to do anything. We just come together on a lot of stuff. And it's like, he knows my vision. He knows what my vision is as a basketball player and as a man. And
what is your vision?
I just want to grow the game of basketball. I want to inspire more basketball players. I want to just grow the game, you know what I mean? I just love to play ball, you know what I'm saying? I want to tell basketball stories. And I also make a lot of money from playing ball, so I want to kind of take care of that, side of it as well. And, kind of do cool stuff. I like technology, you know what I mean? I like that type of stuff, so.
Did you think, like 5 years ago, 3 years ago, you were ever going to care about technology?
No.
When did that flip?
I always care to a certain degree. I mean, I always was on my phone, always the Xbox, and I always was interested in the newest stuff that came out and how we want to advance humanity. And then we just kind of once we came out here, we got in front of some important people, and I just started to get more and more interested in that stuff, and we just started talking through.
How can you tell the difference between somebody that is a legitimate business possibility versus somebody that just wanted to have a meeting because they wanted to meet KD?
In 1 second.
What's the sign?
I can just tell from the email they write me. I can tell from the phone call. I can tell from meeting them. I really can. I think that might be one of my best skills. I don't think I have many other true on paper skills, but I can read people really well and I can read situations well. We've built something that. To answer your question before about like when is it too much, it's probably there. But we're at the point now where I think we've lined up an incredible portfolio of projects we're developing on the content side, whether it's a TV show for Apple's new platform or if it's his YouTube network or if it's a show for Fox. And then we have 25, 30 companies in an investment portfolio. And though he doesn't act as a brand ambassador, we serve as real, active investors now. So if it's a Postmates or a Coinbase or an Acorns, we want to make sure that we can do what we can do from a business standpoint to help move it. And then obviously his foundation is not just something that like we check the box with, like here's a rich basketball player, let's donate money. I mean, that's his number one passion. He told me that from day one. So I spend a good deal of my time on that. We're building a standalone facility in D.C. We partner with Lorene Jobs, and we're housing the college track program, which is her program and her curriculum that puts kids, on a course to college in a neighborhood that they normally wouldn't have that opportunity. And that's the neighborhood Kevin grew up in. So we really are building this facility 5 minutes from where he grew up. So all of this connects and all of this intertwines, and it still connects to basketball. There's a focus on athletics and basketball within this center. So we're at that point now. Now we have to execute on all these things.
Yep.
So, but now we're in the mode with the playoffs.
Yeah.
So I'll just
when do you
check
shut
out.
down? When do you shut everyone else out? Like before round one?
I've been in a shutdown mode for a long time.
Nah, but you like when we did the podcast after the finals, you said you hit a point where you basically cleared everyone out.
Yeah, I've been on that.
You
since
stayed
then.
off your phone.
I've been on that since then.
But like, I won't schedule another thing.
Oh, as far as that?
Yeah.
Oh, no, yes.
At some point, you flipped the switch and
Oh,
all
yeah,
right, it's
yeah,
time to
yeah.
go win the title.
I mean, yeah, we haven't really been doing much this year.
We spoke
Yeah.
he speaks at panels and conferences.
Yeah, I don't mind
and shit.
doing that stuff, but like commercials and like, that type of stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I've been on that really the whole year. My whole thing is like, man, I just want to get into the gym and get better and just really play the game. You know what I'm saying? And like, I don't really enjoy that stuff anymore. You know what I'm saying? I don't really like it, but I know it's a part of it. But around this time, it's like, we about to kick into the real season. So,
What'd you add this year? I have my own personal answer for this, but I want to see what you say.
well, I want to hear your personal answer first.
I think however I phrase this, you're going to get mad. Because I'm not going to say you're trying harder on defense. I think you realize rim protection was one way that you could go up one little tiny level this season.
What do you mean?
Protect exactly what I say. I told you he was going to get mad.
He wasn't going to let you just say that like that.
Well, you as maybe backup small ball 5 /
My job is
be around the rim a little bit more defensively than you used to be.
My job is my job is whoever I'm guarding, don't let them drive past me, and I meet them at the rim.
You were leading the league in blocks like 40 games into the season.
Yeah.
Which is not something you've come close to doing before. Now, that could be either a statistical fluke or it could be something was changing in how you played.
A fluke?
Eye test said you were a little more, or actually reminded me of Texas a little bit when you were like their only rim protector at Texas, and you just kind of had to do it.
You know what? I was really excited about just being the anchor on the defensive end. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can score with the best of them. I can score whenever I want. I can, get a good shot up whenever I want.
Yeah.
But my thing was, I want to lock down on the defensive end so we can kind of play with house money on the other end. You know what I'm saying? That's what my goal was. And so if we get 3 or 4 stops in a row, and we up 10 points, then we can kind of have some fun on the offensive end.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm contesting everything at the rim. I got dunked on 3 times in a game before because I'm trying to contest everything.
Laker game?
Yeah. By Clarkson and
Nance
and
Nance got you.
Yeah, he got me bad, and I was so close to blocking that shot, but he is a king dunker, so I get that. And Julius Randle, but I was excited because I tried him. You know what I'm saying? And that made me more confident to try the next guy and the next guy. You know what I'm saying? So
I like when guys try near the rim because I think the YouTube / Twitter era has made people actually less likely to challenge dunks because they don't want to end up on Twitter.
Yeah, basketball is in a bad place because of that.
Yeah, I wish we'd get rid of Twitter.
And
I still enjoy it.
No,
but
don't
I
get
do
rid of
think
Twitter.
it's
don't get rid of it. I'm just saying,
it's
just
just
like
like-
it
shouldn't change how people play. Though.
Yeah,
That's
people
the part I don't
people
like.
don't watch games because they can look at analytics on Twitter. People
Twitter's
don't.
the shit, Jack. We
The
love
eye test is, I tell him about the eye test, man. You got to watch games if you really want to know what the game is about. You know what I'm saying? But if guys not trying to get embarrassed because they don't want to be on the latest meme or come on, man, what we doing? And basketball is about getting embarrassed. You know what I'm saying?
We swung too far with the advanced metrics this season.
Oh,
People started doing the 5-man lineups like 10
Come
games
on,
into the year.
man. Come on.
But
man.
you're a little bit to blame.
You're an analytics guy?
No, I'm not. I like it, but I don't like the 5-man lineup and the plus minus, and
I don't like
think that stuff
analytics
goes
at
too
all.
far. It's information.
I like field goal percentage defense. I like field goal percentage. I like
turnovers.
I like rebounds. I like the
like
real stats, but the true percentage, true shooting percentage, and effective field goal percentage, and all that stuff. Come on, man, it's flawed.
PER,
it's flawed.
I like opponent 3-point percentage. I think.
That's real. That's
that's defense.
Yeah, that's defense.
It's funny. Your coach told me what were the three stats that he said: turnovers, opponent field goal percentage, and rebounds.
Yeah.
Were the 3 things he looks
that's
at.
all. When I look at a stat sheet and at timeouts, I look at opponents' field goals, percentage, rebounds, and assists. That's what I look at.
Not free throws.
The funny thing is, the box score was great. The basketball box score is fantastic.
That's all you needed.
It really, you can learn a whole shitload from it. You can tell. Like I was like looking at free throw attempts. Like I was trying to figure out what was going on with Carmelo, whether he was just hitting a different phase of his career or whatever. And you go back to earlier seasons when he's getting to the rim, but 9.5 free throw attempts.
He's stretch 4 now, so it's like he's not getting the ISOs like he
Right.
usually get. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
but that's something you can learn pretty easily. He's just shooting jump shots.
But you got to watch the games to see that.
And then I watch the game and it follows up. Yeah, I think there's
that's not an indictment on Carmelo though.
No, but I'm saying I look up numbers to see if they back up what I'm watching.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't look at numbers first and then watch.
I think that's where we get into trouble is people.
Because they're lazy. They don't want to watch games. It's too long. It's too hard to watch a game.
Or they're watching games, but half the time when they're watching it, they're looking at the internet versus actually watching it.
Yeah, it's a bunch of culture vultures in the game right now. It's a bad place.
When I watch it, I try to...
Can I make a PSA real quick?
Please, do it.
All right, so all your blog boys and your fanboys that's going to use everything I say and create an article, watch a basketball game. How about you write that? I just want to say that. Because all these guys are going to write articles about and get real mad about what I say tonight.
Yeah, probably.
Because last time they did.
They like this stuff, though.
They like it, but they're going to put their emotions into it. It's not about you. Watch a basketball game. Enjoy the game. Don't stop worrying about me so much. I just wanted to say that.
I do think the stats don't factor in situations. Like if somebody has...
Yeah.
Did you order more stuff?
Order some more wine?
Yeah, okay.
I mean, just pick a red. Pick a bottle of red.
So, I just want to tell the blog boys out there who in their feelings about everything I say. Blog boys is what I call them.
But you read
didn't
this
really
stuff,
say
though.
a headline yet.
No, but I will towards the, you said we're in here for a while, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited to just hang with you guys.
You read this stuff, though.
Yeah. Why don't? Yeah. Why not?
It seems like you take it personally because you had
Why would
the
I
whole
take-
thing that happened last summer.
No, I'm not taking nothing personal.
You did.
You did have that
Because
thing.
you did just say it the other day in a panel, which I thought was incredible that in
Not
Laguna.
anymore.
Yeah, you said that's. You said
did
you
bother
took
you,
a
though, a
break.
little bit.
because
Yeah,
it
that's
was
like
bothering you.
3-4 years ago. Now, no. I realized that the love and the hate that you get from media, fans, everybody who watches the game is not real. You know what I'm saying? So I realized that. And now
You're like video game characters.
It's like WWE. It's like, it's like entertainment. It's the entertainment business. I was so naive to the fact that NBA game was an entertainment business. I thought people really, really, really genuinely loved the game like I did. So now
Some people do.
Some people do, a majority don't.
Well, it seems like the OKC thing kind of
It does.
It
I learned a lot because
you still haven't recovered from that.
What do you mean?
The OKC thing. I think that was like a before and after situation. How that ended when they were so
fans and
when
How
the
I
fans
viewed
turned on
everything
you.
around. How I viewed just the NBA in general.
Yeah. It was
Thanks.
like before that, and then now,
Yeah, it's like before and after. It's just like, you feel like I feel like I could do no wrong, and whatever I said is golden when I would play for the OKC. Now it's just like with a decision, boom, so many people flipped. I'm like, okay, I get it, But it's still weird to me that so many people still feel a way to this day about that.
Even 21 months later.
Yes.
If you left Golden State this year and you re-signed with OKC, all those people who love you again.
Yeah.
It would just flip back.
That's why I realized the love and the hate really isn't real. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, let me just focus on what I really want to do is the master the game of basketball. You know what I'm saying? Instead of wanting to be loved by a certain group of people or not wanting to, make anybody else mad, or I just really want to be great at playing the game. You know what I'm saying? Once I came to Golden State and we won a championship and you felt what that's like, it's like, all right, now the fans, they come to the games, we appreciate it, but when it comes to perfecting my craft, they really don't matter. My family and friends really don't matter. You know what I'm saying? It's really about perfecting the craft. And so I'm like so focused on that, it makes me look like, I've changed. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, I take shit too because we keep doing these podcasts.
Yeah, what? I mean, we have a
You're
good
in the
conversation.
bag for Durant.
We have a good conversation.
Here's my defense whenever somebody teases me about it. You are one of the top 3 or 4 athletes in your sport, depending on whatever the ranking is. And you go through all these other team sports.
Wait, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
If you should rank him
I'm not
based on
gonna
what
do that.
you think. So instead of saying 3 or 4, I want you to rephrase that and say
No, but the way I phrased it was because I'm using it as an example. So we take
that was a little too safe.
We take the top.
Yeah, it was too safe.
It was a little too safe.
Who rankings are you going by?
If you don't think he's one of the top
this.
1 or 2, then say I think you're the 3rd or I think you're the 4th.
I'm happy to do that in 1 second. I just want to finish my point. Top 5 athletes in each sport, right? You're the only one who has done a podcast series like this. Because I always feel like authenticity with athletes is one of the hardest things to find, especially the higher they go.
You know why? Because we feel like we people tell us we're superstars. And
what do you mean?
We really aren't.
Well, but I think there's part of it is
we're not superstars.
But at some point, at least I think with some of these superstars,
Can I tell you?
you have to protect what you have.
Can I tell you a quick story? It made me realize a lot. It may sound weird, but after we won a championship, I had Taco Bell, and it ran through me just like it would a normal person. I'm like, oh shit! I thought I had a golden stomach. I thought I was immune to everything.
Championship stomach.
I thought I was immune to everything, but no.
You thought Michael Jordan never went to the bathroom and shit?
Yeah, because the way people would that's the perception of it all. Like, we just immortal. We're normal fucking people who are really good at what we do, but at the end of the day, we go to sleep just like everybody else. We really put on our pants just like everybody else. We take a shit like everybody else. So it's like, it made me realize that I am not king anything because we won a championship. I just achieved what I want in my profession, just like a doctor who I don't even know what, just like you who interviewed Al Pacino the other day, or Barack Obama. You achieved something that you would have never thought. You know what I'm saying? So it makes me realize that that superstar word to me really isn't a thing. You know what I'm saying? It's just all a facade and all a fake. You know what I mean? It made me, when I go through normal stuff, it makes me realize that I'm just a mere mortal. But I'm really fucking good at basketball.
Let's take a quick break to talk about our friends at Squarespace. They make it easy to build beautiful websites, whether you're starting a business, changing careers, or launching a creative project. Whatever you're up to, what are you up to? I don't know. Whether you need a landing page, a beautiful gallery, a professional blog, or an online store, it is all included in your Squarespace website. You even get a unique domain, which strengthens your brand, makes it easier for visitors to find you. Add and arrange your content and features with the click of a mouse. Nothing to install, patch, or upgrade ever. Squarespace's award-winning 24/7 customer support will help you no matter how hard or how easy your problem may be. Start a free trial today at squarespace.com, and when you're ready to launch, use offer code BS to get $10 off your first purchase of a website or a domain. Again, squarespace.com, offer code BS. And don't forget about the Ringer merch, theringer.com/shop. Back to Kevin Durant. I'm going to give you my first team on NBA right now. We have 8 games left. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Davis at center.
Mm-hmm.
I have a vote, by the way, so this is not final.
Okay.
Davis at center, you and LeBron at forward,
Mm-hmm.
Harden at one of the guards.
Mm-hmm.
Other guard spot is wide open.
Why? Because Steph missed so many games?
Steph's out. Steph only played 50 games. I can't vote for him. It sucks.
That's bullshit.
It sucks. He played 50 games. What do you want me to do?
So what? But you seen within 50 games what he could do.
Tate loves this.
Good teammate.
Oh, yeah. Let me see that one, because I got a lot of shit to say. Thank you.
He missed 30. He's going to miss
How many
32
games.
games.
Kevin played.
Nobody's ever made
60 games.
Nobody's ever made one of the 3 All-NBA teams and missed that many games.
You've
Just
played
ever in the
60?
history of basketball.
First of all, awards don't mean a thing now because you guys don't.
Well,
really
you asked
watch
me about the
games.
rankings.
You don't watch games.
you
don't
know
care
that I
about
watch the
basketball.
games.
None of y'all don't really. It's probably 30% of y'all who care about basketball. The rest of y'all look at stats because you're fucking lazy. So like I'm not that all NBA and MVP and all those
It's
awards.
very important. I like
It's
the
important.
All-NBA.
It's important to, but it's not really important to me.
I like it.
You played
It gives
60,
context.
So you'll end up playing
68,
68,
7.
66.
But who cares? If you're there when the
It's a
nut
regular
cutting
season
time,
team.
If you're there when it's nut cutting time, you played the whole season, in my opinion.
I mean,
So I got
there are
Lillard,
just-
Westbrook, or DeRozan for that.
If you're not gonna
Guard
put
spot.
Steph in there, you got to put Westbrook in there.
Oh, look at you.
I just understand the game. I'm a guru.
It's still open.
Oh man, this one's uncut.
Uncut.
So you put Russ first team.
If you're not putting Steph in there,
You should build this as the final podcast between Kevin Durant and Bill.
That's
Why?
not
Because
the
it's going to
final.
get too much. No, he
Not the
loves
final.
this.
I love this shit.
This is great.
No, I'm billing it as the final.
Oh, you don't like that?
No, I love it, man.
Okay.
Let me ask you about the All-Star game.
Okay.
So everyone was trying this year for whatever reason. I still think you guys made like some sort of giant side bet that we'll never find out about.
Nobody made a side bet.
Everybody was playing so hard.
Nah. We just wanted to play hard. We just wanted to.
You
play.
said, LeBron, if you win, I'll make that Uber commercial with you.
We did it before that.
All right. Everyone's playing really hard, though, which brought me back to the old days when the All-Star game used to matter. Mm-hmm. And there's this little hierarchy that develops, and it's kind of a little snapshot of who the best players are. Mm. And I liked it for the most part.
Yeah.
It seemed like the right guys were out there. Davis wasn't out there because the numbers were – his team had too many forwards, I think, so he ended up sitting. He probably belonged out there. But, like, Embiid was out there, and I was enjoying that. I was like, oh, Embiid kind of belongs.
He's a beast.
That was kind of a moment for him, right?
Yeah, he's a beast.
That was my big takeaway because I was at the game and I was
at the end
like,
of the game again. It was Russell, Kyrie, you, LeBron, and who was the last on your team?
PG.
PG. And who was on the other side?
and PG had to be out there, and that's why Davis was sitting because
And it was
PG had to be
Steph,
out there
Clay.
for D.
No, it was
No.
Steph.
Yeah, Clay was out there.
Clay was out there.
Yes.
Steph, James, Giannis, Embiid, and DeMar.
Yeah.
was out
Oh yeah,
there.
you're right. You're right. My bad.
And it was funny because Giannis was like a year away from being ready to give what they needed in that game because he's so used to having the ball all the time, but he had to play off the ball.
Yeah.
And he didn't really totally know what to do.
Yeah.
And then the other thing that was interesting was Steph had the ball as a point guard.
Yeah.
But I actually would have played him off the ball.
Oh,
I would have
yeah.
had somebody else running the thing and had Steph like coming off screens. And
He's dangerous when he's coming off the screen.
well, the cool thing though was I was sitting in the stands going. I was actually felt like I was watching a basketball game for the first time in 14 years. Like, why don't they do that? Why is they? Oh, they should do this and offense, defense.
You think
it was
you could
fun
be a
though.
coach in it? You think you'd be a coach in the NBA?
No,
Okay.
I don't.
Good. Because a lot of your colleagues think they can, and they're fucking idiots.
My point was, in the stands, I felt like I was watching a real game.
It was. I think,
And everybody was trying. The benches were all standing.
yeah, I think
It was good.
I think we started the game off with that energy. You know, I think Dwayne Casey was good, man. He came into the practice the day before and was like, you know, we're going to run a couple sets, but we're going to actually play some defense, you know. And his staff was really good at, you know, motivating us and giving us energy when we came back at the timeouts to guard and play defense and make the right play. It was fun, man. I had a good time, man.
So it was like an actual basketball game.
Yeah, it was.
You felt like you were playing pickup.
Yeah, and then obviously, you might give up a few layups and dunks here because, we don't play together, so we don't know exactly how to play with each other.
Yeah.
But, we tried. You know what I mean? We tried. We played. We had a good chemistry, in the
So
fourth
did you
quarter.
Venmo the
That's
bet?
got to be one of the only times you play with LeBron, right? Ever.
That was the only. No, in the Olympics, but
Olympics, yes, of course.
outside of that, yeah.
Your team won.
Yeah.
So did he Venmo the bet to you, or did he just give you cash?
No, nobody had a side bet.
He would
Just
have
like
had
an
to send
envelope
a
with
Chase quick
hundreds
pay
in it?
anyway.
Nobody. I wish.
Apple Pay?
I wish.
That's with Chase. It's like Chase Quick Pay.
Chase Quick
Quick
Pay.
Pay,
So
yeah.
that's what it was.
But no, I didn't.
Or
get
maybe
anything.
like a stock tip or a Silicon Valley.
We don't need any tips.
No, we don't even take. But no, I didn't. No, it was all for the game. We had a good time.
I tweeted after the third quarter that LeBron was going to steal the MVP because nobody wanted it from Steph's team. Nobody was going to take it. It was just sitting there for LeBron. LeBron, I got to say, LeBron looks really good offensively. This is one of the best stretches I've seen from him.
Yeah, he's balling.
He's I don't know what happened since the All-Star break. I went from writing off Cleveland completely to I don't know what to think anymore. And I'm not sure of the conference. I wish my team was healthy, but it's just not.
Jason Tatum's so good.
Philly's a year away. Jason Tatum's good.
He's good.
Philly's a year away. Toronto had a chance to really grab
Philly
the
is
conference.
going to learn a lot from this playoff experience.
I agree. I was saying to somebody, they reminded me of you in 2011, the OKC team, the year before.
Watch yourself, buddy.
What?
You had 3 MVPs on that team.
I'm saying that year was like you learned everything you needed to do that year that set you up for the next year. So I could say 2010, whatever.
You had 3 MVPs on that team, and we played against a team in 2010 that won the finals.
I remember Dallas.
No,
the Lakers. Yeah.
They won the championship, the second one in a row.
You lost in 5?
We lost in 6.
6.
Those games were on NBA TV. I was watching one of them.
Don't compare that. No, not yet.
I'm not comparing the talent.
We were 21.
That's my point. Here's
21 years old.
Here's why I bring it up. Everybody's like, they're too young. Now they're not going to do anything this year. Then all of a sudden you were going toe to toe with the Lakers that year, and everybody was like, oh, okay. Maybe this is going to happen a little sooner than we thought. I wonder if that's going to happen with Philly.
Philly's good. You know what I mean? They got a good veterans, too. They got JJ as a veteran.
They got a bench.
Yeah, they got Covington.
The Bellinelli,
Silva. We were all young team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Fultz.
It's different.
I think sometimes. What was that?
Yeah, door just closed on
Unanswered.
I think sometimes NBA playoff history, the team that is allegedly not ready sometimes sneaks up a year early. Like LeBron in 2007 is another example. Where all of a sudden they beat the Pistons. And it was like, whoa, where'd this team come from? And I do think the scene is set in the East for a team to do that. I don't think it's going to be Philly this year, but I don't know. They're scary. Ben Simmons is good.
He is good.
And Embiid is like, what I saw in the All-Star game.
He's
it's
a
like,
game changer, bro. He can change the league. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a big that nobody could guard.
Sarge has been playing better.
You can't switch a wing player on him. He abuse him. He's good, man.
Are you watching the other teams? You scout? No. Are we in the mode now where you're kind of checking out different offenses and stuff?
No, I play against them enough for me to know what each player does and what their system is and how they play. Because when I'm in the games, I'm really locked in the games. You know what I'm saying? I know exactly how Philly plays. They're one of the best passing teams in the league. Ben Simmons can. Nobody really guards him on the perimeter, so that's why he's able to kind of be free out there because nobody really, his jump shot's not there yet. So he's roaming around. Then boom, he'd drop a pass down to Embiid for a dunk or Covington out for a 3. Boom, or JJ read it.
I like how confident he is now. Like he carries himself like he's like a 27-year-old, and that might be the Australian in him, but he's just got. He doesn't seem like a young guy to me.
I see that. I agree with you.
He's very
composed.
aggro. I think it's part Australian. Do you think he should be eligible for Rookie of the Year, even though he didn't? He got drafted but didn't play, but he got to travel with the team for a year?
Yeah, I just think that whole experience of just being around an NBA franchise for a year, you just got an advantage over the other rookies.
That's how I feel. Like Mitchell was in college last year.
Mitchell was in college last year. Yeah, he was living in the dorms.
And now he's saving Utah's season. Yeah, he's sleeping on couches.
He saved Utah.
They were done.
I wouldn't say Embiid would have won last year.
No, they were done.
B would have won, but he spent 2 years away. Like, he didn't play for 2 years. That wouldn't have been
31
fair.
games in 3 years.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's stock. Like, you don't have to worry about going to class or study hall or practicing or playing against UVA or Duke. Like, you're playing. You're just traveling and working on your skill every single day.
Somebody asked Mitchell why he was. They asked him why he was better this year than he was in college. And he was like, because this is my job now. All I do is play basketball and prepare to play basketball and condition to play basketball. Yeah. Of course I should be better. Man. He's been out of the young guys. I hate to say this, but he feels very young Wade-ish. Feels like Wade? 04, that first Wade year with Odom and Caron Butler.
Yo, you gotta stop comparing players, man.
That's what I like to do. That's one of my things. He's a little Wade-ish,
man. He's good. He is who he is.
Oh, stop it! I like comparing players sometimes. You don't understand because you can't be compared to anyone.
No, it's not that.
You were like, I remember I said he was like George Gervin crossed with T-Mac, crossed with somebody else when you were coming up.
Who was the third?
I don't remember. Plastic Man.
I'll take that. I mean, those are two good comparisons, but, let us be who we are, man. Donovan Mitchell is who he is.
He said he was better because it's his job now?
Yeah.
There's a lot of opening there on...
with a lot of opening to go.
To Louisville?
Katie's not saying anything.
I'm just saying.
I'm not.
Yeah, we might not have college basketball in 5 years.
Probably won't.
They'll all be in Australia.
Yes. Australia or Euro Cup or Europe.
I would like to see a 30-team G League that the teams actually spent some money on. All right, you guys are too distracted by this TV. I feel like...
It's tough. It's Rick Pitino.
It's just funny because Rick Pitino just came on and we were talking about Louisville.
The G League being a 30-team league, let's say they had that when you went to Texas. You talked about what you loved about when you went to Texas. But if you could have played a professional season against better players and played a longer season and gotten a little better coaching, would that have been better or worse?
Obviously, I mean, I would have enjoyed playing against some good competition, and
you wouldn't have gotten the co-eds.
What do you mean?
The Texas co-eds, because you would have been like in Sioux Falls. G League.
Yeah, I'm glad I went the route I went, man. I had a good time in Austin.
You love Texas.
Love it.
And then you had Seattle the next year.
Love it. Loved it. It was an amazing time for me, man.
I have to ask one question about the Golden State, how tired you guys were all season. Because we got off that topic before I had the follow-up. It wasn't... You guys didn't have like the most grueling playoff run ever last season. It wasn't like, the 98 Bulls, like just like pulling it out, like just this knockdown, drag out. Like you guys pretty much dominated and then played a 5-game finals.
Do you know how hard...
I know. Explain it to me. That's why I'm bringing it up.
You know how hard it is
I'm
to
not
be
challenging
good
you.
Every night?
Explain it to me, though. Because there are harder versions of that road you guys traveled last year.
So we played Portland in game 1.
They coming at you. They're up like 17 then.
No, they went up 17.
15? It was something.
What are you watching, man? See, that's what I'm saying.
They were up.
So that's what I'm saying.
I watched the game.
You fucking blog boys don't watch the game. We weren't down 17.
You're down 15.
We weren't down double digits. We were tied up. It was a close game.
I'll Google it.
All right, Google it.
It was a close game. It was a close game. We ended up winning by double digits, but it was a close game.
Portland was up. Dame was hitting everything.
They were on 10. They were hitting everything.
But nobody really challenged you. And then the Spurs come and Kawhi gets hurt in game 1. Then that became an easier series than you expected.
Yeah. It did.
And then Cleveland, you win the first 3 games.
Do you know how hard it is to play against LeBron James?
Explain it to me.
Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love. We couldn't bullshit with them dudes, man. We could not. They're too good. We're too good to come in the game and not try to win. You know what I'm saying? We couldn't come in the game and say, all right, we'll play in the second quarter, third quarter, and win. We couldn't do it against those 3. And the rest of the guys that they had, Shumpers and Kyle Korver. Like, we had to be on point against those dudes. If we weren't, we're going to lose the game. That's how talented Kyrie Irving. He made me a believer last year. I like Kyrie, but when we played against him, I'm like, oh shit. This guy is a king hooper.
If you hadn't beaten them in 5, they probably wouldn't have traded him. Like, if that had been a 7-game series and they'd come like almost so close.
I don't know about that.
At that point, you can't trade him.
I don't know about that. I think he'd ask for a trade either way, but that's my opinion.
You know what I would have said to him if I owned the Cavs? I'm sorry you feel that way, Kyrie. Training camp starts on September 19th.
Oh, so you're just gonna tell him that he couldn't leave?
Yeah, I would ride it out. I would try to make it work. I don't want to trade one of the best 10 players in basketball. That's not one of my goals.
What if he don't want to be there?
Then make it work. He's somewhere between 5 and 10.
Tell me somebody in the league that could do what Kyrie Irving can do.
He's somewhere between 5 and 10.
Tell me.
You're preaching to the choir.
Or in the history of the game that can do what he can do.
I think him and Isaiah Thomas have the best handle. Isaiah Thomas, Detroit, not Celtics Isaiah Thomas.
No, definitely not. No.
Stop it now. Don't disparage the 80s, KD.
That's foul, bro.
Come on, KD.
I'm talking about the Isaiah Thomas of the Celtics.
No, I'm talking Detroit Isaiah Thomas.
No, yeah, I understand that comparison.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking
Those are the 2 best handles I've ever seen.
Isaiah Thomas from the Celtics, he don't really.
No. I'm saying Detroit Isaiah. Bucket. Yeah.
No, I'm talking about.
You were never talking about Isaiah Thomas.
I was talking about Detroit Isaiah.
Oh, yeah. I understand you saying that. But yeah. But,
those are my top 2. I can go anywhere I want to go on the court at all times, guys.
Kyrie, don't playing against him in the finals made me realize how damn good he is. So, when we played against him, I knew we couldn't just come out there and just dick around. We had to play the game. You know what I'm saying? And then you got LeBron James, who people call the best player ever to play.
Your buddy.
You know what I'm saying? So
can we talk about the Uber commercial?
Why?
Explain to me why you're hanging out with the enemy. Just explain to me as a guy who doesn't play sports.
Enemy?
He's the enemy.
How?
Well, he's the guy you have to go through in the title.
What's that change if we go? What's that like? So you want me to go to bed thinking about, man, fuck LeBron?
Yeah, that's what I want.
Are you still friends with Jalen Rose?
I love Jalen Rose.
Yeah, well, you guys are competing against him.
We did a podcast like a month ago.
Yeah, so you're at the Ringer, he's at ESPN.
Yeah, why?
Well,
why
you like
Jalen Rose?
There's only one trophy.
I can't find out how much Portland was up, by the way. I've been Googling this.
Bitch. They were definitely up double digits in that game.
No, I don't think like that. I don't think like that. When we hoop,
they did go on a 15-2 run.
Yo, they were up like 4 or 5 points at one point. It was a tight game.
Tommy's gonna figure it out. So the LeBron thing, there's got to be some sort of mental games going on because you guys are standing each other's way. You're hanging out. You're shooting a thing. There's nothing.
Yeah, I got to stop trying to figure out this mental stuff, man. You cannot figure out what people are thinking, man. You're not.
You are my resource. That's why I'm asking you.
You're not that.
You're my resource. I want answers.
None of y'all, you blog boys, you're not that good to figure out what people thinking, man. Stop acting like you know what's going on in people's heads. You don't.
So you're hanging out with LeBron, shooting this Uber commercial.
Yeah.
Do you talk about
nothing?
Your teams?
No.
What do you talk about?
No.
You know, CJ McCullough had 27 in the first half.
Yeah, against us in that game 1.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, you guys were down like 13, 15 in that game.
Come on, how you going to tell me? I was in the game.
Yeah, they weren't down. I'm looking at it right now.
What was it?
I think of the Spurs game.
It was Spurs.
I got it mixed up.
Yeah, Spurs, we were down 20.
How you have me Googling this shit?
Damn
man?
it.
Blog boys.
That's a
Blog
senior.
boys. Hashtag blog boys. Don't watch the games.
I know it's a game 1.
Blogger boys don't watch games. They look at
I watched the game. What was the most they were down?
4.
Ah, shit. Damn it.
We watch. You got to watch a game. Once
I knew.
In a while.
I watched it. I watched both of those. Want to do some mailbag questions?
Somewhat.
Mailbag?
Wait, rank your top 5 players in the NBA in order.
Don't do that.
Right
No.
now?
Why? Because I'm a push back.
Oh, my bad. I thought that was a good thing because we were talking about it before. You said top 3 or 4.
Can I give you a group that has ascended?
Yeah, I think that's fair if Kevin's okay with it. We're on the Kevin Durant podcast.
Yeah, we are actually.
I know.
I would say you and LeBron,
Okay.
Davis,
Okay.
and Harden, and Curry if he was healthy.
And Russell.
I would have Russell 6.
All right, let's not blow this game.
Yeah,
No, I'm saying if that's a starting 5.
I don't look at guys as rankings. I look at it.
I'm saying if I was
I look
creating
at
my
it-
starting 5, my best possible starting 5.
No, stop that. 'Cause
I think
we're
that's
all
what I would
elite.
create.
We're all elite, and we're effective at the game in different ways. The coaches we play for are supposed to utilize our skill. We're all effective at different parts of the game. I don't look at us as who's the best, who's not in the we're all effective. It's a group of guys that are damn good.
But that's
why
what
we're
that's
friends.
the group I was
That's
saying.
why we're friends, right? Because we got
Yeah.
mutual respect for each other's skill. LeBron, Russell, Steph, Kyrie, who else is it? Harden,
Jason Tatum.
not Chet. You know what I'm saying? We all respect each other because we got a certain set of skills, and we don't look at, oh, this guy's better than me. No, James might shoot a step back better than me. I might shoot the turnaround J better than him. Kyrie got a better hander than everybody, but I can get to my spot and shoot the, we are an elite group of guys in the league. Like we're not looking about, oh, Kyrie's better than me, or James better than me, or LeBron's better than me.
How did I answer the question when he asked?
I'm just saying.
I said it was a group.
You did.
There's a group that levitates a little bit higher. And usually that group is somewhere between 5 and 9 players, depending on the season.
Yeah.
Right? Where it's like you just know these are kind of the guys for that year. And the only guy that we lost from that group is Kawhi. Because
Kawhi
played 9
shit.
games.
Kawhi, I don't give a damn how many games he played.
But I haven't even seen him play in
So
a
what?
year.
You know how he plays.
I know how he played.
No, you think his game's gotten worse?
I get worried when guys have an injury like that and they
Stop
can't
it.
come back.
Stop worrying so much. You
Well,
got
I
too
miss
much-
Kawhi.
You didn't accomplish too much for you to worry like that.
I get worried about. I worried when you broke your foot.
Don't worry about it. You shouldn't have. Stop worrying.
I think some guys handle injuries differently. It gets in their head a little bit.
Kawhi is a
Derrick
king.
Rose was never the same.
Kawhi
after he
is
hurt
a
his
king
knee.
hooper.
All right.
I know king hoopers when I see them. Guys who played their whole lives.
Mailbag.
Go ahead.
Who's the most underrated tough cover in the league? As Burry Klein.
C.J. McCollum.
Really?
Yeah.
A guy you get switched on and you're like, damn it.
Nobody.
All right.
I feel like I can stop anybody. I might not stop him, but I feel like I can.
We're going to take another break to talk about Google Cloud. It is March. It's still March. It's barely March. That means one thing. Basketball. Did you know that college players who wear a number 1 jersey dunk the most? Did you know that players born in North Dakota are historically the most accurate three-point shooters? I know this stuff because the NCAA is using Google Cloud to turn decades of data into answers to questions like, are seniors the best at hitting the game-winning shot? Can school spirit really help a team win? Are upsets more likely during a full moon? Are you more likely to win the title if you have a 98-year-old nun sitting by your bench? It does know the answer to that, but we'll find out this weekend. Whatever questions you have from basketball business, Google Cloud can help you find answers in your data. That's how you take on the competition, my friends. Tomorrow, today, yesterday, well into the future. Only one team a year gets cut down the net, but with Google Cloud, imagine all the things you and your team can do. Know what your data knows. See how at g.co/March Madness. Google Cloud, the official cloud of the NCAA. Speaking of the NCAA, don't forget, one shining podcast, one last week. And then what happens to Titus Tate? He just goes into a coma? Where does he go after the tournament?
He's going camping. He's going to the national parks. He's going to be out in the wilderness.
Gee, he's gonna be. What was that? What was that movie with
27 hours. What?
27 hours. I hope it's not like 27 hours. Into the Wild. What was that other one?
What? Into the
With
Wild?
Emil Hirsch.
Oh yeah, there you go.
He goes on a journey. Maybe that'll be Titus. He talks so much basketball. He has to get away from all humanity. One Shiny Podcast. Big weekend for those guys. Final Four coming up. You can listen to their Sunday pod. Are you doing a Sunday podcast?
Monday. National Championship.
National Championship, and then afterwards. So there you go. Back to Kevin Durant. Multiple questions about whether there was a bet made between the All-Star teams.
Not
You
a bet
deny it.
made.
Okay.
We just played.
Mark Lornetta wonders, why haven't players fucked with the media more, like a fake Twitter beef where only you guys know it's fake, just to mess with people?
Because they take it too serious, man. They really believe it's real. So, nah, we can't do that.
Alex from Cleveland wants to know, I watched the undefeated ex-Uber video you did with LeBron.
Okay.
See,
And was
uninterrupted. By the way.
Uninterrupted. We said undefeated. Unfortunately, not surprised that two of the most recognizable athletes in the country talking about politics were being asked by some to stick to sports. Why is it we don't hear commentators asking teachers to stick to teaching or doctors to stick to medicine?
People don't look at basketball as a real thing. It's just a child's game. So, like, we playing a child's game, so people don't really respect our
Intellect.
yeah. They just think we're just dumb athletes who just play a sport and based off all our physical. And it means when really the game is all more mental than physical.
Alex wants to know, have you ever considered not speaking out about a public issue because of the potential backlash?
No, not because of the potential backlash. Just more so like I don't really have enough knowledge on the situation.
So when you speak out, you've studied
Yeah.
everything you need to know, and you're coming at it from a position of strength.
I think that's what everybody should do. They should know what they're talking about.
Even politicians don't speak out on every issue.
Yeah.
They speak.
Well, I
out
agree
on
with you.
what
I
they're
just
passionate about.
you're describing the perfect country. We're imperfect.
What's
Most of these
imperfect
people.
about our country.
Like the stuff with the march this weekend. Did you think about saying anything?
No. I support with people that really are in it and really took time to, be a part of it, but no.
How much were guns around when you were growing up? DC.
What do you think?
I'm asking you.
They were around. I seen my first gun when I was probably 9 years old. 8 years old. My grandma had a gun. On my dad's side, had a gun.
Shaya wants to know, isn't it time for you to get into a high-profile relationship
Come on,
with
man.
somebody like SZA, Zoe Kravitz, or Rihanna?
With SZA? So, nah.
High-profile, you get on cover Us Weekly?
Come on, man. What do I look like?
Does that even exist?
The only reason I brought this up is because of her follow-up question. Also, hey, Rich, are you single? Asking
Come
for
on,
a
man.
friend
Personal.
Nah, hold up, chill out. I want to hear this.
Yo, relax, yo. Yo, personal shit don't go on this podcast.
She said,
man.
asking for a friend who may or may not live in New York and may or may not be
No,
Jewish.
yo.
What an
relax,
offer.
Yo.
Forward that email, bro.
Jacob from LA wants to know, you deal with a lot of dumb basketball criticism from Twitter and TV radio talking heads every day.
Yeah,
as we've discussed earlier. The Laura Ingraham criticism felt different, more vicious, more personal. When you saw that clip, was your reaction any different than when you hear other stupid things about you?
She doesn't know me, so I didn't really take it personal. She's one of my close friends that said that I would have took it personal, but she doesn't know me. She don't know where I come from or what I believe in. She just, she used her emotions to, her emotions got in the way on that one. So it's all good. She just don't know who I am.
That's very diplomatic.
Yeah, but also when someone is so ignorant and says something so stupid, so openly, she's speeding up the process of hopefully one day things being fixed in this world. Because she's being honest. She's really being honest about how absolutely racist she is.
Yeah.
And it's taken the mask off a lot of people. And then it's people that have been ignoring the fact that exists every day, everywhere, with people that you're right next to, that people that you think really love you. And that's how people think. So then you can start figuring out some kind of solution. So in some ways, I remember telling Kevin that morning of All-Star Weekend, and I was infuriated. And then I was like, he wasn't as mad, and it was like, what's up? He's like, man, of course she feels that way. Like, and it was like, he just was. It was not that it was less offensive to him, but he wasn't surprised. Whereas, like, for us, I think because we're non-racist white people, there's like we just assume that people maybe would think how we think too, right? And people don't think about that. But she was just like an outward racist, so I don't think you were really surprised by it.
I'm not gonna get mad over a woman who doesn't know me, who says some shit like that. Like, come on, she's supposed to.
The irony was she started the shut up and dribble thing inadvertently, and then that became a thing. That became the legacy of it.
Yeah. Good for her.
She's probably really lonely right now.
Yeah. I feel sorry for her. I hope she gets some help one day.
CJ wants to know, he says much love, by the way. Are any topics off limits when it comes to trash talking on the court, in your personal opinion?
Yeah, you don't talk about family, kid. You don't talk about none of that. Keep that on the basketball court. You don't talk about family.
Have you told Draymond this yet?
He never talked about he don't take it that far.
And he's done it once. There's one story with one team.
Yeah, stop believing
was
in
at
stories,
the game.
man.
I was at the game. I could hear it.
Come on, man. Stop it.
Somebody's sister was
it the game that Portland was up 14 on?
No.
You don't talk about kids. You don't talk about none of that stuff, man. We keep it at the game.
Jamal from Birmingham says, I've noticed lots of veteran superstars are giving Donovan Mitchell a ton of love, both on and off the court.
Oh, yeah. I want to see how that love feel when Donovan Mitchell's starting to threaten them. When they feel threatened
by Jamal from Birmingham?
I want these NBA stars, whoever this is, when Donovan Mitchell's starting to...
Oh, there won't be the love anymore?
No, hell no. They ain't going to love him no more when he's starting to, people start to say he's better than some of these NBA stars, whoever it is. They ain't going to love him no more.
One of your weirdest things is when you get mad when I compare a player to another player.
Stop that.
You like everybody to be like their own unique model of human being.
Yeah.
But that's not fun.
Yeah.
I like when people have pieces of players I watch. I can be like, oh, there's a little of this.
Don't be a culture vulture, man. Don't be a culture vulture. Start comparing each other to... Nah. Let these dudes be who they are, man. Donovan Mitchell is unique in his own way.
All right. I still like my T-Mac, George Gervin, Plastic Man threesome for you.
No.
What is it what does a rookie have that, like Mitchell, where the guys like at your level are like, what do you see in somebody like that where you say, oh, I like that guy. That's one of us. Is there a trait you look for? Is there a competitiveness or like a fire or like he comes at you? What is it?
When you just don't care. Donovan Mitchell took 36 shots the other night, and I was like, wow. He really just tried to win that game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
he reminded me of Dwayne Wade.
Yeah, he doesn't really...
Young Wade, though.
You almost went along for like 1 second.
You're right. I understand the comparisons, but I try not to do it. But I get where you're going with that. But I just like when they like Donovan Mitchell's going to learn from that 36 shot game.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's going to make him better, and he's going to have the room to he has the room to take 36 shots and learn from it. His coach could sit him down and say, "Look, Donovan, I like your aggressiveness, but like 36 shots is a lot," and he's going to figure out that he had 35 points that night. He can have 35 points without getting 36 shots. A lot of rookies don't have that opportunity, and I like that he has that opportunity. You know what I'm saying? I like that he's learning from his mistakes. I like that he's figuring the game out by shooting a lot of shots and being aggressive out there instead of just like watching film or sitting on the sideline. Like, I like those type of guys because I was that type of guy. I can relate to him. You know what I'm saying? Because I was taking a lot of shots my rookie year.
You mean when PJ was playing you at the 2 guard?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I can relate to him a little bit more than Jason Tatum or Josh Jackson. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not like they're bad players.
Right.
I really like those
Different
players.
situations.
Yeah, but I can relate to Donovan Mitchell's situation more so than Jason Tatum. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you played Tatum twice, and he had deer in the headlights in both games.
Yeah.
I've watched him all season, and those were like 2 of his 4 worst games of the season.
Tell me why.
Because I think he's 19. He was playing against the Warriors. I think he got nervous. I think
It's
when
natural.
he plays you, I know he's a baby.
It's
When he
natural.
plays you next year, I bet he'll have a little sea legs. You know, it's been good for him and not good for
Without
the Celtics,
Kyrie.
but yeah.
Yeah.
There's been games where he's the only guy who can create a shot with 4 minutes
Did you
left,
see
and they're
New
just
Orleans
going to him.
Boston on Sunday? Or
Yeah.
You need if you need what Donovan Mitchell is getting, you need what Jason Tatum's getting right now. If you
He
want to
hasn't
be good
been
in this
forced to
league,
do that yet.
You need that.
Yeah.
Was just get thrown in the fire?
Yeah. That's the best
The
teacher.
Kyrie missing is good. Is a
it's good
weirdly
for
good
you.
thing for him.
It's good for you.
Yeah.
Caesar from Brooklyn wants to know if Scarlett agreed to date you, but only if you retired after the season. What would you do?
No. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Hold on, he's still thinking about it.
I would go eat sushi with
See, maybe retire for 6 months.
Oh, you said retire.
That's why
Yeah.
I said no.
Oh, I thought. Oh, I didn't hear that.
You could always retire and then come back.
Hell no.
Okay.
She's not that important.
Who would get more technicals? Dave G wants to know: Coach Draymond or player Draymond?
Coach Draymond for sure.
Tate thought player Draymond. It's a good
No,
battle.
Coach Draymond would get text for sure. Because he'll this is a tactic. You know what I'm saying? This is the way it's going to get my team going.
That's true. He's trying to fire everybody up.
Yeah.
This is a question from me. Do you like Players Night on TNT?
Yeah, I like Players Night.
All right, explain
Told
why you
that,
like it.
Because I don't fuck with these blog boys.
Yeah, but that's what the play-by-play announcers aren't blog boys.
They are. I want to hear players talk about the game.
But the problem is the players are pretending to be broadcasters.
Yeah,
I would rather just have
I
them
understand that.
hang
They're
out.
not as good at
Just hang out.
broadcasting the
Yeah.
game.
Don't try to
but
be
they
a
know the
play-by-play guy.
game. They
Yeah.
know the game more than these blog boys.
Okay. All right, you're
keep
gonna like
calling
this
them.
one. This is either gonna be the best question or the one you're gonna hate the most.
All right.
From Jack in Maple Grove, Minnesota.
He's a blog boy.
He's a blog
Sounds
boy.
like a blog boy already. Is Migos similar to the early Thunder days with you, Westbrook, and Harden? Great together, but you don't see their full potential until they're by themselves. There's a lot going on with this question, including the
I wonder
inference that Migos needs to break
By
up
the
to
way,
really reach
before you
their full
answer that,
potential.
your son on Instagram the other day broke down Migos in the perfect way.
I know, my son loves Migos. My 10-year-old
Yo, I
son.
love the Migos. How do you break them down?
You asked
He
him,
ranked his top 3 favorite
but he
Migos
really
members.
he gave like real elaborate answers.
Yeah. He loves Quavo the most because he's good at sports and he's a badass.
Can we really have a
I don't. This is why I brought this
segment
up
on
to you.
this? Put the
Yeah.
iPad down so we can talk about it.
Okay.
All right. So who's Quavo out of the group?
I don't know. You're all
Well,
gonna
you,
have
listen,
MVPs.
you listen to Migos?
Yes.
He's Quavo.
Who is?
Kevin's Quavo.
No, I'm not Quavo.
Well, you were the oldest one. Is Quavo the oldest one?
No,
Yeah.
he is.
Quavo's the oldest.
Yeah,
He's the
I
uncle.
think he is.
He is an uncle.
Uncle?
Yeah, he's the uncle of one of them.
All right. Who's Takeoff?
I don't know. Do you want to see my son's video?
Harden's taking
No, I don't want to see your son's video.
You don't want to see my
Whoa.
son's?
Not right now, but eventually.
I was gonna.
I do later.
I'll
Later,
show
I
you
saw
later.
it. It was amazing.
I love your son.
He was
I love you.
driving. He was in the front.
Well, I was. You asked me who he laid it
That's
out. I was
horrible.
gonna
Do
show
not
it to
let
you.
your son
I'll show
listen
it
to
to
this
you later.
podcast.
I'll show it. Now, his
All right,
feelings
so
are
who's
gonna be hurt.
Quavo? Yeah, all right, you said I'm Quavo. Who's Takeoff and Offset?
Harden's takeoff and Russell's offset.
Tommy thinks Harden's takeoff and Russell's offset.
Yeah, I would say that. Yeah, I would say
There's a
that.
lot of
Do you think they have to break up to reach their full potential?
They better not break up, in my opinion.
No, I don't think so.
Because I would argue it would have been. There's a fun alternate universe where the three of you stay together and maybe you reach all your potential anyway, but you're all on the same team.
That'd have been hard.
Do you think it would have been hard?
Yeah.
Because of the law of basketball, that somebody's got to be the alpha at some point?
Somebody explain what alpha means.
At some point, there's 4 minutes left.
What is
Crowds-
alpha to me? Because I keep hearing this term.
Well,
Who created that?
it's gotten bastardized. But here's
What
how.
does alpha dog mean?
Well, normally it's like alpha male, alpha dog, where it's like it's in a room and like in There Will Be Blood or something where like Daniel Day-Lewis is the alpha dog.
Who's the alpha of the 85 Celtics?
Well, Bird was the alpha.
Explain what alpha means.
But here's what it means. Here's what I think I perceive it as meaning for basketball.
Okay.
You're in Cleveland. You're up 2-0. There's 3 minutes left. Cleveland's got the crowd behind them. They're about to win. Okay. And at some point, everybody's got to look around and somebody's got to be like, I got this.
Okay.
That's how I interpret alpha for basketball.
So you're saying I said that?
I think that in that series you did.
I didn't say it, though.
No, but you didn't need to. Okay. Like the 2008 Olympics in Greece, when Spain's coming at them and they're rattled, the crowd's into it, and Kobe's like, I got this, guys. And makes a couple plays.
You just gave the ball to the best player, right?
Yeah.
All right. Do you need to say that, or do you need?
You don't need to say it. I think.
No, you give me the ball, Coach. Give me the no.
I think
it just happens.
If the balance is right on the team,
it happens.
Exactly.
In the game of basketball, shit happens.
And when teams don't know what that balance is, you have situations like 2011 Miami, the first year when they lost in the finals, and Wade and LeBron were like equally good. And then things started going wrong, and the balance, it wasn't there. And it wasn't really there till the next year when Wade kind of hurt his knee, and LeBron's like, I got this.
Yeah.
And he went up. Yeah. Because basketball is unlike any other sport. At some point,
the energy of basketball tells you who the best player is. You don't have to say it. You don't have to go and tell everybody what to do. Like, you don't have to, be the main guy in the huddles and talking shit. No, the game is going to show you. When you're out on the court, it's going to show you who to get a ball to at certain moments. Sometimes they needed to get Wade the ball. Sometimes they needed to get Bron the ball. And they gave it. The game dictated that. No person can do it. That's why I love this basketball game so much, because the energy of the game dictates whatever happens out there.
All right, thanks to Kevin Durant. We have part 2 coming up. We're going to put it up at some point on Thursday. I'm not telling you when. You're just going to have to keep refreshing our website, waiting for it to come up. It gets really crazy in part 2. The wheels come off in a lot of different ways, in a very fun way. So that's coming. Don't forget about the Ringer merch. Now available. All you have to do is go to theringer.com/shop, and you can get our coveted green hat, as well as we have a hoodie up there. We have about 6 T-shirts. We're going to be adding a whole bunch more as the year goes along. So stay tuned for that. Don't forget about the Recapables. Atlanta is Thursday. Right after Atlanta ends on FX, then we have it. And then on Sunday, right after Billions on Showtime, me and Mallory Rubin doing it. And if you haven't subscribed to Ringer MLB yet, Jacko and I might be on there this week going back and forth about the Red Sox. And then Shack House Golf Podcast, the Masters. House and I are going to be there next week, but the big Masters preview of Shack House, I think, is Monday. I haven't been this excited for a Masters all decade. Plus, I'm going. What's better than that? Anyway, part 2, Kevin Durant, coming up tomorrow. Until then, thanks, Tate.